Hey y'all, welcome to the Institute. Oh, here we are on another shelf a day. Today we're getting into some more 6-scale horror figures. My favorite scale, one of my favorite themes, down here in the orange section. Another one of these 8-foot by 2-foot shelves in this tower in front of the orange section. And we'll start down here. The first part of this is the zombie shelf. So it seems appropriate that there's a little Plants vs. Zombies guy there. Sideshow did this great line of the dead. They were one of the first ones to get into zombies. Several of these figures here are already, well, at least 2 of them right there, the punk and the priest. In back is Patient Zero. He's still boxed. That was the first one they released. We've also got some of the Walking Dead mixed in here. You got to have somebody to kill the zombies. And this is the Michael Jackson that Hot Toys did. The other version of him you'll see later in his regular unbeat up Thriller outfit with his normal head sculpt. But I thought the zombie version really didn't need to be down here with the rest of the zombies. These Walking Dead are ThreeZero mixed in with the Sideshow for the most part. These are the loose ones. Remember I told you when I showed you the box ones that were down on the floor. There's variants of each one of those. And that's what we have in the boxes up here. Or in the loose up here is the other versions of these guys, like the security guard. Sideshow did a nice job picking some unusual and some different characters. This is Asmus here. They started this Bitten line, and I thought that these 2 little girls that could hold hands, that was classic. We've got ourselves The End Is Near, another one of the homeless, and the Santa Claus, which are 2 really great Sideshow releases. More Walking Dead. Amok Time did a couple from Night of the Living Dead. This is the zombie from the beginning who could speak. Security guard in back. Twins from Walking Dead, the 2 guys that Michelle had. And that's an Evil Dead. It's another Sideshow Evil Dead. It's not as good a Ash as the one that you saw earlier in the week, or last week actually, that we talked about. Some horror pins. Again, every area I have some pins. I'm a big pin fan. I'm going to be picking up some more horror pins this year, because I just don't have enough horror pins to go around. Some more enamel pins is what I'm looking to get. Now we're going to get into some spooky clowns. Again, all 6 scale. Let's first just talk about this cute little Tubbs duck. Pennywise, had to grab that. Kept this Pennywise head out here because it was so cool, but Sideshow did a really nice job with this release on the Tim Curry Pennywise. And this is the Hot Toys version that they did of the more recent Pennywise. Both excellent figures, and this Hot Toys version actually came with a way to display the extra head in a sewer, which I thought was really nifty. In back, we got Johnny Depp. Hot Toys has done a nice job on every release that they've done of him. And then some Art the Clown, 6 scale, as well as most of NECA's Ultimate releases. I don't have the blood-soaked one that they did at Walmart, and I'm going to pick one of those up one of these days. But man, right now they're still charging just too much for that stuff. Zombie face from Sideshow. So that's this side of the shelf where you get a lot of terrific zombies and some evil clowns. So we come around this side, we get a little more traditional stuff. You know, I earlier mentioned that you'd see some more of the Sleepy Hollow figures from McFarlane. Here's 3 more of those. Some more Walking Dead in the 4-inch line from McFarlane. That's a Buffy figure in back. And then a couple of odds and ends here from Mezco. We're getting into some more Buffy the Vampire Slayer. These are some of those pop-out people. You saw those mostly with like the Simpsons and Futurama, but they did some Buffy ones as well. I mentioned, again, in an earlier video when you saw the box library playset that you'd be seeing a loose one, and here it is with a bunch of loose figures all attached to it. It's a fantastic playset for 6 to 7-inch figures. Really works well for any kind of setting. And now we're going to get into a Mad Scientist display, right? So we've got a rack here with all kinds of cool Mad Scientist books and equipment. Some of Johnny Depp's stuff from Sleepy Hollow. That's the Hot Toys release. skeleton, some Sideshow mad scientist gear, along with all three of their young Frankenstein figures, and a table that I happened to get that a customizer had built that works perfectly in that particular diorama. So yeah, here's your crazy mad scientist sort of setup in 6 scale. In back, you're going to start seeing more zombies. This is, of course, the zombie battle shelf, including Night of the Living Dead, more of the dead figures from Sideshow, more of the Walking Dead figures from, oh, we got a crooked hat there. More of the Walking Dead figures from ThreeZero. Some more Sideshow stuff like Shaun of the Dead. They're both back there fighting this particular creepy zombie. Walking Dead passes from Comic-Con a few years ago. A Walking Dead eye patch. And some of these little zombie characters. I have a set of that they did like this of victims as well, but I thought the zombies were really funny. So I put them on the zombie shelf. So there we go. Another 6 scale shelf dedicated mostly to zombies, but also some evil clowns and some mad scientists and a little bit more of that Buffy overflow. So hopefully you're having a great week. Make sure you subscribe, and tomorrow we'll get into another shelf of that 6 to 7 inch stuff. Plenty of figures there to see. Have a good one.